Hi folks, and welcome back to Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. And how do you solve an unsolvable problem?
Oh no.
That is the question we've been posed with as we've come to the conclusion after a lot of facts and fiction and all sorts of things coalesced. And that conclusion is that Kaito could have died either by a poison dart fired by Maki or by a hydraulic press that had been lowered by Kokichi, and we currently aren't sure we have the ability to determine which it was.
Yep.
So that's sort of where we found ourselves, that after a lot of nonsense with, crossbows and multiple people visiting the hangar and exosols and yada, 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 we find ourselves with possibly two solutions, maybe more, we're not sure, but regardless, we're running out of evidence. Frankly, the only remaining evidence we have is that Kokichi and Kaito both may have been nude.
Yeah, or at least Kokichi.
At least Kokichi we know. Kokichi's clothes
stripped.
were in the toilet, as you pointed out between episodes. We've got his underwear.
He's
so
buck-ass
naked. like that. That's all accounted for. But yeah, it's interesting. And it potentially is a type of puzzle we haven't quite had to solve before. So
It's
I think
true.
it'll be interesting to see how this plays out.
Yeah, it seems to be that we're trending towards this being an unsolvable case, which is very fascinating. And it's like, what the hell does that mean?
What
like,
then
what
and
do we
for what
do?
reason?
Why? And I don't know. We spent a lot of time last time talking with Maki because Maki was convinced that she was the Blackened because she went in to try and take out Kokichi, but Kaito saved Kokichi, and then Kokichi was the one that took the antidote. That's sort of how the crossbow and poison and everything resolved.
Did
sort
it?
of, but
did
it didn't.
Question mark,
though.
question mark, question mark.
Oh.
And that's sort of what we're trying to figure out. So, but I don't think the cast has fully gotten there yet. Shuichi has, and Kokichi definitely has. But
Yes.
let's see how the rest of the cast feels.
If big old if question mark on Kokichi's face right now, if that's even Kokichi.
Sorry, you're right. Exosol Kokichi.
It's Exosol Kokichi. I am still not convinced, but again, whatever turns out to be the case, I'm fucking here for it. But also, I'm still not convinced that that's Kokichi.
I think that's fair.
Just things are still weird. He's talking about his injuries and stuff, but as far as we know, his crossbow bolt injuries they seem to be non-lethal. He got hit.
He got shot in the back and the arm.
That's true. That won't
and he
kill
was
you.
poisoned.
He was poisoned. He took an antidote and then he went and did some shenanigans. Allegedly. We don't even really know though. So I just don't know.
It's a minor crossbow bolt injury.
Hit right in the back where between the ribs into the heart. He's fine. He's fine. Walk it off, man.
You can't check the body, and you don't have any conclusive evidence.
Yeah. I guess if that is why Kokichi put him on the press, that would guarantee that this is unsolvable. I don't know. I'm just then why?
I'm sorry. The panic in your voice, the desperation in your voice is just mwah, it's gorgeous.
It's what are we doing? Yeah, I'm panicking.
I know. I feel it.
I felt like I had some ground
I feel
to stand.
panic in this Chili's tonight.
I felt like last time I finally had some ground to stand on some footing, and I was like, oh, thank God, where things aren't slipping out from under me anymore.
Hubris.
But now, I don't know what the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just continue, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You can't deduce any more from here on out. There's no way to know what happened. I know, because I was actually involved.
So that's what you were trying to do. You were trying to commit an unsolvable murder.
That's what I was saying.
Yes.
As I
Yep.
point at the screen.
Yeah, full on Phoenix Wright.
I said that 7 episodes ago. Or however many.
Do you finally get it? Yep, that was my plan.
Oh my god!
The gimmick of this murder case isn't the unknown victim,
It's that you can't solve it.
but rather the unknowable culprit.
The gimmick. Aren't you proud of how I planned this? If he planned it.
You know it, buddy.
No one understands but me. Only I know the answer. There's no more room for deduction here. Choose the culprit with your own intuition.
I'm shaking my head.
Intuition. Are you troubled? I'm sure robots don't have intuition, right? But there's nothing you can do about it. This is just how the trial goes. So, who is the culprit? Maki or me? The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless face off. It's voting time!
He's sounding like Monokuma a bit. There's been a lot
Kokichi
of
has in the past.
yeah. There's been
Yeah.
times in the past where Kokichi does sound like Monokuma, which again reinforces the idea that he controls Monokuma and is the actual mastermind. Just is interesting. What is your deal, Kokichi? Pick? Vote? Fucking get out of here! Stop it!
Who do you think it was?
Ah! Ah! It's Samugi! Kaito? That would be weird.
That would be weird.
Why would I vote that? I know why I would vote that. Well, if he told him to do it. What if he told him to do it? I've got 5 seconds! Would oh my
Pick somebody!
Hey, that's my line. I'm the one who decides when it's voting time.
Interesting. I just voted for Kaito.
You did.
I just voted for Kaito.
Yeah, I watched that happen.
Do you see where my brain's at, though?
No, I get where your brain's at.
Okay.
It's sort of the who made the plan, who did the...
Yeah.
There's always that debate of like the Celeste thing, where it's like, is the blackened the one who plots the entire murder, or the person that pulls the trigger?
Exactly. Yeah, and it was like that.
The answer usually is the person that pulls the trigger.
Right.
But
And it was like that also with the Peko and Fuyuhiko
Yeah.
trial as well. So, and a little bit with the Sakura one, but that one was like pretty cut and dry. It was all Sakura.
well, same with the Peko one, because that was
That's
mostly
true. It was
Pekko's
all-
plan. It was more just about,
Right.
can I be considered a person? It's like, yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
And then whereas
You sure can.
Celeste was like a
Oh, hello.
Hi,
I'm
Penny.
sorry.
Whereas Celeste was like a chain of events with multiple people involved doing killings.
Yep.
Okay. But that I'm sticking with it.
Okay.
It felt like a trick. I did not want to pick Kokichi or
Maki.
Maki. If I had to actually say from our evidence, I would guess actually Kokichi. But if I'm taking it one step back further, I want to say that it's Kaito, in that Kaito was trying to make it so that neither Maki nor Kokichi could be considered the Blackened technically, if he's like...
If that's how they decide that ruling goes.
Yeah, exactly. So, that's where I'm at.
Come on, no one's gonna figure out the truth. Let's just vote already.
Unless that wasn't a real vote.
This won't be a problem, right, Monokuma? Because you know who the culprit is, don't you? Just like you always do.
What is happening?
Huh?
What's going on? Why are y'all talking to each other like this?
Well, it would be a problem.
Yes, of course.
Monokuma doesn't know? Does Monokuma not know?
How would Monokuma know?
How would Well, I mean that because Monokuma was being held hostage, so Monokuma couldn't know because Monokuma was being guarded. I want to know the nature of this Monokuma.
That's a great question.
Like, how does this Monokuma work? you know? Mm-hmm. But the way Kokichi just said that seems to imply that Monokuma does not know. There's like a bird fight going on outside.
Yeah, it's chill.
Sorry. We have the window open and they're yelling. It's just funny. You probably can't hear it.
No, there's no way.
What kind of a reaction is that?
I know! Like,
The culprit, you say? Yes, of course I know.
A little off this whole trial.
whole time,
Well.
yeah, has been acting strange.
Why do you seem so flustered?
Because Monokuma doesn't know.
Flustered? Me? What are you talking about?
Who is this? Who is this? Like, that's the question, too. Like, who is this? Because,
Well, if it's Kokichi and the Exisol, Kokichi's been in trials this whole time.
right.
And Monokuma's talked, so, you know.
Right, yeah. Like, just the way that they're addressing each other. I don't.
What's going on with Monokuma right now?
Like, is this Monokuma an AI? Is it a robot? Is it somebody piloting it? It's Kokichi piloting it? That would be really weird. Why would then Monokuma not know? It's like maybe Kokichi is the mastermind behind this killing game, but Monokuma is something else. Does that make sense? Do you know what I'm getting at here? Like,
Not really.
it's like,
I mean, like, I don't get me wrong. I know what
it's
you're saying.
something-
It's just that, like,
I don't know how else to elaborate
Yeah.
beyond that. That's as far as that thought
yeah,
goes.
that's fair.
Monokuma, do you not know who the culprit is either?
Huh? Oh, what do you mean I don't know? What don't I know, huh?
You don't know, do you?
That's so weird.
That is weird.
That's weird. Why don't you know?
What does this mean? Why doesn't Monokuma know who the culprit is?
Like, why? Like, were you electrobombed and shut down? Because if you're a robot or like a little robot that's being piloted by somebody,
that might work.
you know, if your body because Monokuma was just sitting there, not moving, and it's like if hitting that version of Monokuma stops all of Monokuma from functioning with an electro bomb, then put the exosols up, guard Monokuma, let the murder play out, and then Monokuma would not know. That's what I'm thinking, because we have not also process of elimination with the evidence we have left. We have not used those pieces of evidence yet.
Yes, that is
So,
true.
Yeah.
Monokuma doesn't know who the culprit is either. If Monokuma doesn't know, what does that tell us about the case? Wait, this case?
What are you talking about? Huh?
Yes, that's it. So that's what Kokichi's real objective was.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Kokichi wasn't just trying to commit a murder that we couldn't figure out. He was trying to commit a murder that Monokuma couldn't figure out either.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
A murder Monokuma can figure out? But what's the point of that? Kokichi's the one who's controlling Monokuma.
Okay. If Kokichi isn't actually the mastermind of the killing game, and if Kokichi does a murder that Monokuma doesn't know what the answer is, does that break everything?
Does that render the killing game null and void?
Yeah. Does that stop?
If you can't render judgment,
then it's like, what are we doing here? Does that actually end the
that
killing
might be
game?
a decent way to end the killing game.
Right! Right! That would be fascinating. And it would be equally fascinating is that in that moment, if Kokichi had revealed that plan to Kaito, and that they both cooperated to make it happen.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe
it
not,
sounded
but
like and it's Kokichi, so it's impossible to know what's a real fiction, yada yada yada. But when Maki shot him, he was like, the killing game's over. Why are you still doing this?
Right.
So this may not have been the long-term plan.
That's fair.
If what we're even describing was the plan, it may not have been the plan necessarily. I don't know. We don't know.
That's true. But I'm still kind of like weirded out by Kokichi's "This world is mine," Kokichi, almost like that.
Oh yeah,
note.
absolutely.
Like, that's super weird.
Yeah,
that's still
also Kokichi controls the exosols. Kokichi,
there's still a lot of like.
There's certainly more evidence that Kokichi is the mastermind than that he's not the mastermind.
Yes, there's a lot of damning evidence against Kokichi, which is why
including his own confession.
Yes, which is why I said maybe he and Monokuma are separate in like for different things. I don't know. It's just
okay. Let's keep playing.
Okay, yeah, but because now it seems like he's trying to end the game.
But consider how many elements of this case would be cleared up. Prior to this case, Monokuma always knew the specific details of each crime, correct? That must mean that he was using some way of monitoring us.
Perhaps there are hidden cameras strategically placed to avoid our detection.
I can't say for certain, but he must be keeping watch somehow.
This is so interesting. Okay, yes. Let's break down the system. We always get to a point in a Danganronpa game where we get to like behind the curtain, and I love that we're doing that now in this trial.
Yeah.
Kokichi probably used the electro bomb to scramble whatever that was. The electro bomb would prevent any cameras from sending video wirelessly.
Okay, and then there's the video camera.
Yeah, but that wasn't sent anywhere. It was all on a local. Yeah,
it was
exactly.
Recorded locally. So that also adds another like notch in like Kokichi's belt against Monokuma, because he's got like, well, maybe not. That one's kind of weird. Let's keep going. Sorry.
Which means it wouldn't matter where the surveillance cameras were hidden.
Okay, yeah.
Like I said, what's the point? Kokichi's the one who's controlling Monokuma!
Before we determine that for sure, I want to make one thing clear. If the objective were to create a crime that would stump Monokuma, the exosols... Yes, the exosols weren't protecting Monokuma. They were...
attacking him, bullying him, watching him, admiring him. Watching him. They're trying to keep him from turning back on.
That's it!
Keeping guard.
They were watching Monokuma.
Watching him?
Yes. Remember what Monokuma said earlier in the investigation?
Oh, at the time the exosols were on autopilot and directed to only observe me.
If they were protecting him like bodyguards, they wouldn't have been facing him. They would have been scanning the area, watching us. But they weren't. That implies that they weren't watching us. They were watching him. They were trying to make sure that Monokuma wouldn't go near the crime scene.
That reminds me. Before I stole an exosol, all 4 units were focused on Monokuma. That's why when I stole one to enter the hangar, the other 3 didn't pursue me.
So Monokuma must have been talking about Maki.
Even if it puts someone at a disadvantage, the class trial must always be fair. The person who shared that info with me didn't seem interested in sharing it with you guys. So you share it instead. That way it'll be fair for all the participants.
She didn't want to share that information because it would have linked her to the murder. In which case, it could only be Maki.
You're right.
So to summarize this discussion, Kokichi used the electro bomb in the hangar and the exosols to watch Monokuma, thereby creating a scenario in which Monokuma has no idea who the culprit is?
I told you there's no point. Kokichi's the one who's controlling Monokuma!
No, Kokichi might not be controlling Monokuma at all.
What?
But Kokichi's the mastermind, right? Shouldn't he be controlling Monokuma?
Kokichi might not be the mastermind.
Right! Thank you for saying it, Shuichi.
What?
That was a great line read.
Yeah. Here he goes, like, what the fuck? I don't. What? Girl, I feel it. It's like real. All right. Well, glad we're all up to speed.
Remember that the only reason we think that is because Kokichi told us.
Literally, yes, exactly. He lies.
Well, and that he controlled the exosols.
And then he controlled the exosols, which, like, we were like, yeah, okay, that is pretty strong evidence.
Yeah, it's pretty it's convincing.
It's definitely convincing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Monokuma hasn't said a word about that. It's possible that Kokichi is just lying to us.
No way I lied! I'm definitely controlling Monokuma. The mastermind of the killing game is totally me. The one who pitted humanity's last survivors against each other is... all me, baby.
That's right. He's a remnant of despair. How'd we forget that?
But that doesn't necessarily mean that he's the mastermind.
Well, I guess. But is that really possible?
that was funny. Okay.
I guess, sure. All right. Whatever.
Shit, okay.
Well, Monokuma?
I can't answer that without causing problems, because I gotta run this trial fair and square.
Even more reason to give us the answer. If you don't tell us the truth right now, you'll be an accomplice to Kokichi's lies. Does that sound like a fair game? Would you say this class trial is fair?
Well played.
Yeah, tell us. Is Kokichi the real mastermind or not?
No need to think about it. You're being way too forward, you know?
Aren't you normally the forward one?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I mean, I don't mind, because that's probably part of your strategy, too. But in the interest of fairness, I suppose it's time to tell the truth.
Yeah?
Is it? Yeah? Unlike the lies you love so much, the truth should be impartial to everyone.
And what is that truth?
I'm not being controlled by Kokichi, because he's not the mastermind.
I knew it! If that's true. God damn it. I knew it. He's not it. He's not it.
He's not it.
He's not it.
Yeah.
This was all just his plan to
It's like you got to that too with confidence.
And then you turned to me with so much sincerity. It was like, to what?
Who's Kokichi?
Who is Kokichi?
Yeah, who's our guy?
I don't know. Just a little shit.
I think that's also possible.
He might just be a little shit. Like I said before, he might just be like that.
He might just be like that.
He might just be a little shit. I don't know. I don't think he's a remnant of despair. I mean, he's not the mastermind. I'm still hung up on whenever Maki shot him. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about, which could have been either he hadn't looked at the flashback light yet, or he's like, I'm not a fucking remnant of despair.
He's also had a moment in this trial where that happened too.
Yeah,
where we're all
he's like-
talking about Junko.
It's like,
and
Junko?
What are you talking about?
Like,
Okay, all right,
it's like,
sure.
remnants? What? Yeah, so I don't, and like I said a while back, I don't think he gave us the flashback light. I think Monokuma did. Like, I don't think that was planted there by Kokichi.
Well, Monokuma was being contained by an exisol during that time.
When we got the flashback light?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I thought we got the flashback light before.
He was contained by the exisols, I think, for a while.
Okay.
I'd be wrong about that, but
okay, then that would be weird. Because I was thinking we got the flashback light, and then because it was in the morning, and then the afternoon was when the cascading events of the unsolvable murder started to happen.
Yeah.
But okay.
But we haven't seen Monokuma for a while, also.
That's true.
Yeah, so
he could have already
it's just a little unclear.
He could have been already shut
Yeah.
down or imprisoned. Okay, big old.
Well, there you go.
Big old truth bomb just dropped here. All right.
Thanks, Monokuma.
Yep. Himiko's like, I'm done. I'm out.
That's honestly, I respect it.
Yeah.
Is that really true?
Kokichi was just messing with you. I never once said he was the mastermind.
Monokuma never did say
Oh,
anything
well,
about...
Monokuma had been notably absent almost the entire time Kokichi was claiming to be the mastermind.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then it was all
That's why I was
Kokichi's
assuming
lie?
that Monokuma was being contained by the Exisols because he wasn't showing up on the morning and evening announcements and things like that. So that's why I just assumed.
That's a very
Yeah.
true, and that's a really fair assumption because he wasn't showing up then, and we just assumed that if it was Kokichi controlling Monokuma, that maybe
It's because the killing game was over.
killing him was over.
but-
He just put Monokuma away.
Mhm.
It's also, I want to throw out another option though. It's also possible that Monokuma was just up to shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely. It's always possible that
Yeah.
Monokuma was just up to shit.
yeah, like
Yeah.
actually just could have been doing stuff.
Yep.
Completely separate from whatever Kokichi.
But at some point was contained by the Exisols.
Yes,
So,
100%.
you know.
Yeah. Yes, totally. And I think it's entirely possible that maybe, because we know that Kokichi and Monokuma have been conspiring, interacting, engaging with each other a lot. It could be possible that it was like Kokichi being like, hey, Monokuma, I want to talk to you at some point.
Yeah, and then
that's whenever he cornered him and shut him down with an electro bomb and everything.
definitely possible.
Because he'd already established that sort of line of trust early on.
Yeah.
You know, in engaging with Monokuma and like being like, this will spice up the
Meeting outside of
game.
the group. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think that's a fair thought.
So, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, that is what that would mean.
That would also mean that this Monokuma is a little sloppy. You know? Just,
That's also been a little consistent.
yeah, this Monokuma's a little sloppy.
Yep.
Yeah.
With the key from the last motive, he was the first to learn the truth of the outside world.
Even at the beginning.
Yeah, no.
Like, the very start when we woke up wrong.
Yeah.
Like, this, yeah.
And then goof offs with the Monokuma. No, this Monokuma's a little bit sloppy.
Yeah.
Based on his deductions, he fabricated a lie to make you all think he was the mastermind.
I see. Kokichi's own deductions.
You want to know? Then I'll tell you. I'm getting kind of bored with all the lying, so everything I say now will be the truth, okay?
His deductions got a lot of details right, though. Pretty impressive, honestly.
But what about the Exisols? If Kokichi wasn't the mastermind, how'd he control them so easily?
He just used Mew's remote control,
I
right?
was gonna say it was probably just a Mew invention, right? Like, because everything he's been using has just been Mew's stuff.
Yeah, he just rated all of Mew's things.
And he told her way back in, like, what was it, like chapter 3 or something? Like, he was having her make stuff for him. He was like, because we've had little bits and hints of him going to Mew and asking for things. And then he straight up said in chapter 5, he's like, I asked Mew to make this stuff for me. So,
and Mew making things for people was established in chapter 1 when we asked Mew for an invention.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's consistent.
So he was like going to her and getting gear essentially to lead up to this point, which is why
Which is probably why she wanted to target him, because she's like, this guy's up to no good.
Right, yeah, she probably thought he was planning to do a murder, which he was, or at least planning something. So that's probably why she was like, I have to take him out, which is fascinating. And I think it's also maybe why at that point at the end of chapter 4, when Kokichi was like, it's almost time, everything is going according to my plan.
It's time to end the killing game.
It's time to end the killing game. And that's what he kept saying, is that I am going to end the killing game. Like, the whole time.
It's a phrase people throughout this game have used a lot.
Yes!
Kaito used it, Kaede used it.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna...
And Kokichi used it a lot. Maki used it.
Maki's used it, yeah. And it seems like Kokichi has been cooking on this pretty much since the beginning. That he's, like, kind of, like, has been 4D chessing this in trying to figure out how can I stop the killing game.
But what does that actually mean is the next question. What was his plan?
Right. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. And, yeah, it's like, what does that actually mean?
I think that's what we're probably about to...
I think that's where we're about to go. It's like, it feels very much like Kokichi feeling like he is actually both has to simultaneously be like the hero and the villain of this situation, you know, and kind of like really internalize that and went for it. I'm just extrapolating and guessing here about his like characterization because he's just been an enigma the whole time, but you know, intentionally had to do that to make sure that nobody, including Monokuma, could deduce like what his plan was and get to him. And again, if he's the ultimate supreme leader, like then that's his superpower, is like playing people and sort of, I don't know, I just
under a certain read of that, we don't know. But
I don't know. Yeah, I'm just guessing here.
Yeah.
And I know we're about to continue on with that, but fascinating character is basically, that's my main conclusion here, is I think Kokichi is super, super interesting. So far.
Use remote control?
So the remote that Kokichi was using was made by Mew?
Oh, you didn't know? Mew not only invented the electro bomb and the electro hammer, she also made a remote control that can hijack any electronic device. Kokichi just slapped a receiver on each of the exosouls and took them for a spin.
Hey, isn't it a bit unfair to tell them all that?
Wow. Okay, and then that's what could also allow, I mean, not the remote controls, but the electro bombs, like we established before, was like how you could stop them, and or the hammers, and then get into them and actually like pilot them. Yeah.
Fairness has nothing to do with it. I offered up that info purely out of spite.
We're not sure you'd need an electro hammer if you were using the remote, though.
No, you would not. Yeah.
They just accomplish a similar goal in different ways.
Exactly. It's like you can either use the remote, or if you don't have access to the remote, then you can use the hammer to take them out.
Yep.
And get in there and use them. Yeah.
Spite towards you for trying to usurp the mastermind's role and take over the game.
Well, whatever. It's way more interesting to defeat an enemy who plays dirty anyway.
What's going on? It seems like they're actually fighting.
Yeah. Oh, this is so juicy.
There's no doubt about it. Kokichi isn't the mastermind.
Yup.
Were we just being dragged around by Kokichi's lies the whole time?
A little bit.
Yup.
What were you trying to accomplish by pretending to be the mastermind, Kokichi?
He was trying to end the game.
Yeah! Now you're gonna be all quiet? This is so frustrating.
I like that line read too.
Himiko's been on point this whole trial.
So good.
Then if he's not the mastermind, who is?
Why are you so certain there's even a mastermind to begin with?
I hate that question. Ugh.
What?
What do you mean?
Why, that's on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know.
But I wanna know.
the real mastermind is not Kokichi, who could it be? I was thinking it was Junko Inoshima, but that can't be it. She's dead. We've never come into contact with her.
Yeah.
If so, who's done this? Who planned this killing game?
Anyway, this conversation has flown off the rails. Let's get things back on track. This class trial is to figure out who the culprit is, not the mastermind.
Okay.
So, yeah, get to talking.
So yeah.
Find the answer
Continue,
for me.
please. 'Cause
I need to know the answer just as badly as you do.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
I agree. Before we worry about who the mastermind is or what my intent is, let's figure out the culprit!
But Monokuma doesn't know who it is. How is he supposed to confirm the results?
We don't need to worry about that. Let's just leave the decision-making to Monokuma.
Oh?
But you gotta run the class trial too. So no mistakes, okay?
Are you trying to get me to do something?
This is so interesting.
You've been watching us solve all these cases, but you can't be a spectator anymore.
Get in the hot seat, Bear.
Come on and participate?
You're gonna participate in the class trial from here on out.
What? The 16th student was the bear all along?
Watch out for her!
What?
Huh?
So, let's resume this class trial. Monokuma, you gotta use your brain too. This will be the final class trial. Me versus Monokuma.
You versus Monokuma?
What about the rest of us?
When I play a game, I intend to win. But what's considered winning in this game? Beating the other players? No. Beating the game's mastermind is the true victory. And that's how I'll win! That's why I decided to challenge Monokuma! If I can deceive Monokuma till the very end, then I'll be the winner!
You're dragging us around like this? Just so you can win a game?
Yeah, but it's against
As I
Monokuma.
suspected,
Yeah.
Your thought process defies all logic.
It's against Monokuma.
It's Monokuma.
It's against, like, the
big bear himself.
the big bear, like, the last, like, remains of the most, like, I guess, bad and evil thing of humanity.
Yeah, it's
He's
like we might not know who the mastermind is, but we know the bear.
Yeah.
Like, the bear's involved, I
Like,
think.
If you're going to defeat Monokuma,
That's pretty bold.
that's bold and big and like something. Now the question is, does humanity end along with defeating Monokuma?
Yeah.
You know,
That's a question for the future. We'll burn
like-
that bridge when we get to it.
right over that. Yeah, it's like, is this just to win the game, or is this like, and to stop the killing game? Is this to save humanity? Does it really fucking matter at this point?
Good questions.
Like, does it even matter?
Does it even matter?
Okay.
But since the outside world is in total ruin, this game is the only entertainment we have.
Is that how you're looking at this? It's just for funsies?
At least I can enjoy this game to the fullest and feel good winning.
You really are a remnant of despair. Your way of thinking is just chaotic.
Like I said, I think he's just like that. No response?
Remnant of despair.
Thank you.
Whatevs. Let's just get this started.
Stop! I like want to go run. I'm
Just bop the exisol on its nose and then be like, okay.
I'm gripping the controller so hard.
If the students or Monokuma don't know who the culprit is, then I'm the winner.
Don't underestimate me, or Shuichi and the others for that matter.
Okay. Thank you.
I don't know if I love a call out directly from the bear.
I don't like that. Should we just like, thanks, but hey. Hey.
What?
It's just like a remnant of despair to try to assume control of the game. But these kids are all that's left of Hope's Peak Academy.
Mm-hmm.
If you think they're gonna make this easy for you, you better think again.
What the fuck is happening?
Whose side are you taking here?
Side? Isn't it obvious? Monokuma joins your party.
Well, I guess Monokuma has to join our party now because Monokuma doesn't know who the culprit is.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel great.
It doesn't feel good. Monokuma's just trying to save himself in this
Well, yeah,
situation.
absolutely.
So, yeah. Welcome to the party, Monokuma.
Hey, buddy.
Who invited you?
Now, let's join forces and unravel the truth behind this case.
Well, we were going to do it anyway.
Let's just ignore Monokuma. His actions are always beyond comprehension.
Yeah! Let's just focus on the case.
Yeah, don't look at me too closely.
Never.
I'm just here to help you solve it.
Hey, be quiet so we can ignore you.
Now, where should we start? We've already established what Kokichi is after.
He's just gonna keep talking anyway, isn't he?
In my experience, whenever you learn a new fact, you learn something else along with it.
Yeah. You unlock 3 more questions.
As is right and good.
Let's look for that.
You warmed up to him real fast. I guess you are both robots.
Oh my god.
So another truth comes out. That piece of evidence makes more sense now.
Mm-hmm.
The evidence that I couldn't wrap my head around.
What could we not wrap our head around? Kokichi's clothes?
Could be.
I just had to pick it up, sorry.
I already know about that. We need evidence of what I don't know about.
Oh, I guess it's in the context of the bullet, of the crossbow bolt holes on it, not the fact that all of his clothes are just stripped off of his body.
Yeah, probably, yes.
Yeah.
I do think that's correct.
That's why. Okay, what piece of evidence are we unsure about? Let me run back through this real quick, see if there's anything we're unsure of. Kaito's coat, Kibo's account.
Could be Kibo's account.
Yeah.
That's that he was feeling woozy. No,
that's
that's not. Never mind.
Yeah. Kokichi's disappeared. No one had seen Kokichi during the entire investigation or up until the start of the class trial.
Could be that.
That's interesting.
Oh.
Ugh, okay. Did we not bring that up? We haven't brought that
No,
up yet.
I think that's just his default answer.
Oh,
If we
okay.
don't know, yeah.
Okay. I'm a little, or the murder
Could
video.
be murder video. Could be.
The other thing I was going to suggest was Kaito's coat.
Well, okay. This is okay. What's the show the question?
The question is, if Monokuma doesn't know who the culprit is, what evidence needs to be analyzed again? Maybe Kaito's coat, because the bullet holes, or the holes in the right hand, but we know that he got shot in the left, right?
No, he got shot.
He got shot in the right?
Yeah.
Okay. If Monokuma doesn't know who the culprit is, what evidence do we need to be
the
analyzed?
murder video, maybe.
Maybe the murder video, because that was weird. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is it.
Yeah.
It's a murder
okay.
video.
Yeah.
Let's discuss the video of Kaito being crushed by the hydraulic press.
It's okay, baby.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, I think my dog is hearing birds outside.
Oh, no.
Okay.
The left arm. Okay.
Kokichi said that he filmed that video to prove he was not the victim.
Yeah, and it's the left arm that he has in his coat normally.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. He got okay. Right, because
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, we already talked about that.
Yes. That's all clear, but this is interesting.
This is interesting.
But we know that Kokichi was trying to mislead Monokuma. So what about the video? It's pretty strange to present evidence that condemns you after all.
That's what you said a while back. Like, why would he show
when
this?
he presented it? Yep.
Yeah.
There seemed to be no upside.
The mistake was Kokichi trying to get me to make.
Maybe he crushed Kaito with a hydraulic press, so the cause of death would be unknown?
We did already talk about that.
But if that were the only objective, there would be no need to film it. Discovering the crushed body would have been enough. No need to show us the film.
That's true.
I guess you're starting to fit in after all. If you get any cuter, I'm gonna hug you.
Stop it, Himiko. No.
Huh? Really?
He's like, please
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
There must be a reason you went out of your way to show us the body being crushed.
No reason, really. That's just my twisted personality.
You're lying again, Kokichi. There's a method to your madness. If you wanted Monokuma to make a mistake, then showing us the video... It must have something to do with trying to fool Monokuma. Taking the video of a murder, but keeping the victim's identity hidden. What does it show? What doesn't it show?
Hangman's Gambit again. Okay. Oh. Is that an M or a W?
I think it's an... I don't know. I thought it's an M,
I kind
but...
of want to hit it. Okay. See.
It must be a W.
Is it culprit? I saw a C. Let me try that.
Culprit doesn't fit.
That doesn't.
That's missing
CL
not enough
no,
letters.
you're right. That's right. You're right. You're right. We have B's. We have C's. We have I's. Interesting.
Okay.
I'm gonna start hitting. Okay.
It's an M, not a W, by the way.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna hit the C. The Victor. I don't. What does that mean?
You've seen all the letters.
Yeah. Victim. Okay. There's an I and an M already in there. I'm like, what?
That's why I was like, it's not a W.
You're right. Victim.
Sorry, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
The victim.
Uh-huh.
What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Is it even possible?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Who's dead?
No, that's a question for later. For now, we know that...
If you show the moment of Kaito's death, of course it would lead us to believe he died. Even if we can't positively identify the body, we would still believe Kaito was the victim. And that might be exactly the mistake Kokichi was going for.
Oh my god. Whose body was that? What is this shit?
I love this case.
What is this bullshit?
What a delight. What a privilege to get to experience this case alongside you, Allison.
I'm glad you're having a good time.
I'm having a really great time. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm having a really good time.
Hey, what the fuck? Penny, did you want to come up?
I don't know if there's enough room for her,
We
but
can
we
try
can try.
and make room for
We
you,
can try.
but it looks like you want to come join us.
Okay, now we have to look away from her because
Yes.
if we make her self-conscious. All right, let's play the game.
Okay. We're not looking at you, Penny.
Does that mean the victims were switched?
What the fuck? What does that mean? What did we see? Oh, okay.
Switched?
Then it was some other dead body that got crushed by the hydraulic press?
What was that? What was the video? What was that? Was that just like he just plopped that shit into fucking like After Effects?
What we know is that it wasn't ever uploaded anywhere.
It wasn't ever uploaded
and
anywhere.
therefore it couldn't have been, they couldn't have used video software to edit it.
You're right.
That's the one thing we know.
It was done actually it was recorded and made locally on the video camera.
Yes.
Like, okay, so he's using fucking in-camera tricks.
There are a lot of in-camera tricks that are possible.
He went old school with his effects. Okay. What? Does that mean did Mew also make robotic body doubles?
that gush blood?
That gush blood?
I don't know.
Was there another body on there that was like to the side because we couldn't see the whole thing? You know what I mean? That doesn't make any sense. Sorry.
I think you could see pretty much the whole thing for most of it.
Okay. What the fuck? What is this case? What the
Not
fuck?
over yet is what this case is. Not over yet.
Wow, we're getting there,
No,
huh? And I was
that's not over yet.
We're not there yet.
What?
Yeah, what? For real.
Where would he even get another body?
What does it mean?
There should be plenty to choose from if you reuse the body of a former victim.
Huh?
If there was an unknown body, then we could guess the victim was switched.
Is there legitimately a 16 student watch out for her body around
what,
here?
what they're proposing is just chapter 5 of the first game.
Right.
They used
Yes.
a previous body, a corpse, in
Yep.
order to So
Yep,
that's what they're proposing.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that was the
And we know that is possible technically because it happened in the first game.
right because it was we had Mukuro's body
Exactly.
which we all thought was Junko at first, and it was reused, and we couldn't identify. Yeah. So this is definitely harkening back to that case.
Exactly.
For sure.
That doesn't mean that's what they did. But
No.
it's good they're mentioning that it's possible because
Yep.
we know it is.
Yep, that is true. That is true.
But too bad. Switching the victims was impossible.
Oh. See, it's to the side.
The footage showed the body being crushed. When in the footage would they have been able to switch the victim?
That pause right before it goes down. There is a little pause there.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. He could have fucking literally stitched the film together. He could have done that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It was all done locally.
To your point,
Yes,
that'd be
we
an old
already
school fact.
established that the footage was not doctored in any way.
Oh, but he did say that. It was not doctored.
It was
anyway.
not, yeah.
Sorry, I just rolled my eyes. I don't know.
You know.
He also fucking lies, so...
The camera doesn't have any editing functions. Just play, record, and pause.
Okay.
Monokuma also said that no computer was used to edit the footage.
I mean-
Remember?
Play, record, and pause. So maybe record, pause, switch, record.
Yeah, it's still an in-camera trick, but it doesn't require editing software.
Yeah, and it doesn't require like editing because this is a digital camera. He's not actually editing film.
Yeah,
but
he doesn't have to literally snip.
Yeah, but like that moment where the press is coming down, it pauses for a moment, and then it goes boom.
That's some interesting coordination, though, because it means that Kaito was lying on the press.
At some, yeah, yep.
Damn it! Me and my big mouth!
Which means switching out the victim would not be possible. Also, if the victim was switched, then that would mean Kaito is still alive. We already discussed this so many times. The chance of that happening is impossible.
It's not.
It might be possible.
Huh?
There could be a trick to make the switch possible. We just haven't noticed it yet.
Oh, and what trick is that? See, you don't know, do you? I already said it's impossible.
Maki's not wrong. There is a way it could be done. So we can't just give up here.
Okay, I have a thought. If our last, like, what is it? Is it the rebuttal showdown? The where we have to fight a person? If it's gonna be fighting the Exisol and getting
it reveals who's in the
Exisol?
the gooey core.
Yeah, yeah.
That would be cool.
Chip away at all of the parts of the Exisol to get to whoever's in the cockpit. That could be interesting.
That could be cool.
That could be cool.
Hey, Shuichi. I'll think harder about this as well. So, can you confirm whether or not the victims switch places? If Kaito is alive or not?
Oh my god!
Maki.
I don't like the thought that I killed Kaito.
I know, I know.
I don't want that.
Okay then. Let's talk about the possibility that Makiro mentioned.
Himiko, if you call her that again...
Yes, please.
They're friends at long last.
Finally.
Finally.
Okay.
Alright.
Then let's all talk it over together.
Together.
And don't forget, you're not alone. I can't see
There's
the
a
screen.
cat in the way. Baby, go away.
Thank you. Don't try to do everything yourself. It's only gonna wear you out. When times are hard, you gotta rely on your friends.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm sure we'll figure something out.
we're friends.
Jeez, you guys are a stubborn bunch. There's no trick.
That's probably another lie.
It's funny because it's also like not really a trick, I suppose. It's just a play, pause, play. Or like a record, pause, record, you know? Like, it's weirdly a lie, but it's also not, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I hate it. I hate that.
However, if the victims were switched, then that would mean the footage was altered. How could it have been altered when we know that the footage wasn't edited?
If we could figure that out, maybe we'd know how they switched places.
I knew there was a trick to that video the whole time. Kokichi made it, so it's 100% suspicious.
A trick to that video.
Pause here. All you see there is an arm. Yeah.
What could it be? What's suspicious about it?
Whoa.
Start.
Okay, okay. Hydraulic press, Kaito's coat, electro bomb, hangar's front
Must be
shutter,
some
And murder
trick to that
video.
murder video.
That's what you all gotta figure out.
I'm gonna go to Kaito's
There
coat.
is no trick. You can check, but there's no editing function in that camera.
Did the placement of that camera seem suspicious to any of you? The filming angle seemed unnatural, don't you think?
I might want to
person in that
agree.
video. Was it really Kaito?
Something seemed off about that video to me. When the hydraulic press stopped for a brief moment.
Yeah, that's it. Ah, no, shit.
That's a lie.
That's a
The
lie.
video was shot at another location?
Any other bright ideas?
I held it for too
Come
long,
on,
but it didn't
everybody,
matter.
speak up!
I was kind of waiting for everything to move before I shot it off.
need to lie.
Oh no, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I meant I just for some reason I just held it.
Oh, okay,
like,
gotcha. Sorry, I misunderstood.
I wanted it to not hit anything. So, but it didn't matter because it was past the point of hitting.
it was
evidence
A-okay.
anyway. Okay. Yes, we got it.
We won't fall into despair.
Sorry, I cut you off.
It's okay, it doesn't matter. It's just filler.
Yeah. That was a fun little swap there.
The person in that video.
Something seemed off about when the hydraulic press stopped for a brief moment.
Huh. Huh.
You think so too, right, Shuichi?
Maybe huh.
The hydraulic press wouldn't stop if I lay underneath it, but it did stop for Kaito.
That's not okay.
This is obviously okay. All right, whatever.
That's not what we
That's
were
not
going.
what we're talking
Okay.
about. I made a mistake.
Oh God, I have 3 hearts. Oh shit. Okay.
Must be some trick to that video.
Could be the angle.
The angle. Right, because then you only see the arm.
Yeah, I think it might be the angle.
Yeah.
In that camera.
Did the placement of that camera seem suspicious of you?
Yeah.
The filming angle seemed unnatural, don't you think?
Maybe I'm just hitting the red. This is weird. This is weird. Okay. What? You agree, right, Shuichi? You can't see things that well at that angle. Everyone's saying you were... Oh, maybe I have
Well, because
to...
we are agreeing.
I
Yeah.
know, but maybe we have to, like, lie and dispute. I don't know what pieces of evidence we have to do, but I don't know how that helps us.
Damn it!
Okay.
Okay, this is... okay.
There must be some trick to that video.
Okay.
That's what you all gotta figure out.
Maybe
There
no
is no
editing
trick.
function and murder
You
video
can check, but
because
there's no editing function in that camera.
you can. There is.
Suspicious to any of you?
You can pause it and,
Yeah.
and do that shit. Yeah.
I don't know if
Person in
that's
that video.
how they're gonna take it, but it
Was
is.
it really Kaito?
That's a form of editing.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Something seemed off about that
That's
video
that's quite a like
when the
a
hydraulic press stopped for a brief
a
moment.
mental like extrapolation.
It's
to
also
make,
this is
but-
a lying one too, but Shuichi hasn't been like I need to lie, so I doubt it's like required.
Yeah, this doesn't.
Yeah, this doesn't feel like a required lie.
I agree. I agree. This feels like a. If you're stuck, you can try a lie.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try that.
Okay.
That
let's
you
give it a shot.
suggested.
Must be some trick to that video.
That's what you all gotta figure out.
Yeah.
There's no trick. You can check, but there's no function in that camera.
What the fuck? Wow.
What are the remaining
Well,
options?
What the fuck? Okay. All right. Sorry, Penny. I gotta put my. I gotta put my legs up. We're going in the tent. The camera has no editing function. There's no evidence it ever connected to a computer. Okay, yeah.
Damn it.
Oh my god, I'm gonna
I
die
don't know-
here.
I don't know what it wants. Okay, what are our truth bullets? Sorry.
Hydraulic press, Kaito's coat,
Gotta figure out.
electro bomb,
There is
hanger's
no
front shutter.
Electro
trick. You
bomb
can check, but
and
there's no editing
the
function in that
pause.
camera.
I think it's probably that because it paused, but we know that the pause didn't kick in, right? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of anything.
That's a good idea, though.
I don't know.
When used, it scatters particles. Okay, lasts for about 2 hours and covers an area about 50 yards. Each can only be used once. 1 of 3.
I don't know. I could
Rendering
be wrong. I'm feeling
elec-
less confident, but
It says rendering electronic communication and sensors unusable.
right. But
Fucking
it
bizarre,
looks like
but
the sensor
yeah.
goes off, but it shouldn't have been able to.
Right.
I don't know. That might not work, and it might cost us another
Suspicious to any
another
of you?
half
The
part. But
filming angle seemed unnatural, don't you think?
I'm
in
gonna
that
try
video.
it.
Was it really Kaito?
But where were we thinking
Something
to
seemed
hit
off
it?
about that
on the pause, this
When
one.
the hydraulic press stopped.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Maybe we gotta lie. Maybe we have to lie.
Maybe we have to lie.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh God!
sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm super stumped by this one.
There must be some trick to that video.
I'm gonna
That's
try.
what you all gotta figure
Wait,
out.
you shot it with electro bomb, right?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is
That's
no
what I
trick.
thought. Just want to make sure.
You can check, but there's no editing function in that camera.
No, it's not. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. Woo. I'm gonna have to restart. Yeah, I know I'm at 1 heart. You don't have to blink at me. I know.
Must be some trick to that video.
There's a trick to this
what you all
fucking
gotta figure
non-stop debate too.
There is no trick.
Okay. Let me hear what they
You
say
can
again.
check, but there's no editing function in that camera.
There's no editing.
Did the
function.
placement of that camera seem suspicious to any of you? The filming angle seemed unnatural, don't you think?
I mean,
The person in that
Kaito's
video.
coat.
Was it really Kaito?
Something seemed off about that video to me.
Yeah.
When the hydraulic press stopped for a brief moment.
Yes, I
Maybe it's just
fucking agree.
hydraulic press on that. It has to be that one, right?
Like that, but yeah.
It just has to be that one. That one's clearly the weird thing.
Yes, because
Okay,
it's
so let's just try hydraulic press on
because
it.
that's what I think we're just using the wrong piece of evidence.
Yeah.
It's just weird and tricky.
It's annoying when like you could explain it a bunch of different. Look, we haven't gotten
Yeah.
it yet.
You're right.
I felt confident with the bomb and I was wrong.
But
so
like,
let's try one
like
more time.
I said though, yeah. I kept bringing up, like, it's the pause. It's the pause. It's the pause.
The
So,
pause is the weird thing.
I guess it's the hydraulic press because it should just go on. You know what? I think I know where we're going with this. Because just given, like, what Kibo said in his, like, you agree with me, but then, like, when it was wrong, is, like, he was talking about how it should have stopped for him, but it didn't. It just goes straight down. Like, the hydraulic press shouldn't stop moving. It should just go down. So I think that might be the line of logic here.
Unless
You
they
know?
were alive, because we also know that there's some weird...
Oh, yeah, because then if it stops, he's alive. And
Exactly.
then, okay.
So let's hydraulic press on the hydraulic press and see
Sure.
if that solves it.
We have to clear it out of the way, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something seemed off about that video. When the hydraulic...
Okay. All right, fine.
It's whatever. We knew what we wanted to say.
Yeah,
That's
the whole time.
Yeah.
Onto something. Isn't it weird that the hydraulic press stopped for a second?
Because if it's, you're right, if it stopped for a second there, that means that
It means either the sensor was working or the sensor, like, or there was an edit.
yes.
Or, yeah.
One, like, probably both?
Unless
Because-
unless the electro bomb was off, because then the sensor shouldn't have gone off.
Right. It's weird that it's still weird that it stopped. Yeah.
Because when Kibo and I first investigated that hydraulic press,
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It just goes.
Yes, that's right. The hydraulic press kept lowering itself without stopping.
but in the video,
Weird.
The hydraulic press stopped briefly, right before it crushed the body?
But why would it stop?
Why did the press stop? There's only one reason I can think of. Mind mine?
Mind mine? Hello?
What are our options?
What am I revealing here? That's an... Oh, is that an exisol? What?
I don't know.
Why would I do a mind mine for this?
That's a remote.
That's a remote. I don't think I want that. Oh, let me go look over here.
Unless it's the hydraulic press controls.
That's weird.
That's the entry thing.
That's okay.
And that's an exisol, I guess.
I don't know why. Huh. Is there anything down here? How much time do I
I
have?
think those are the three options.
That's it, huh? What? I mean, maybe... Oh, it can only be one thing. What is this? It's the controls?
It's the controls from the top, right? You have to. You can't.
Yeah, that's what I
can't.
was trying to do. Oh man, I fucked it all up.
Yeah. Okay.
I can just do.
I think you're fine. You need to clear the top though.
Yeah, I do. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, but it's not. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's
Or is that
fucking
the paint thing? I don't know what that thing in the middle is.
paint.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Oh.
the only way to stop the hydraulic press is the force stop button.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's not though. I
Yeah,
mean,
it is.
I guess if the sensor's turned off,
Well, yeah.
then that's the only way to stop it. I guess.
To manually stop it, you use the force
Yeah.
stop.
I'm sorry, Penny. Yes, that's true. I'm sorry, I have to readjust here. Oh my god, I'm just... Okay.
It's too much.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's too much, man.
An electro bomb went off in the hangar, which would have interfered with the safety function.
Okay, yes, yeah. Wow, the animals really do like
They
to get...
really love blocking the screen, huh? With their big old ears.
Her big old, like, radar ears.
Oh my god.
Penny.
All right, we can continue. Luckily, they're talking
There
here.
would be no way to stop the hydraulic press unless someone used the force stop button.
Yeah. If it couldn't sense or tell if there was someone living or not, you'd have to stop it yourself manually.
When you say someone, you mean Kokichi, right? He was the only one there.
Actually, maybe I pressed it by accident. I don't really remember.
The fuck?
So what of it? The press only stopped for like a sec. You can't switch the victim in such a short time, can you?
You stopped recording! You paused the video!
That's true.
There's also the question of how the bodies got switched while the camera was rolling.
Also, I just want to take a step back here, and we're talking about switching bodies. Hoops the fuck do we switch bodies? Like, who are we talking about here? Like Kaito and Kokichi still?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Unless there's a third body, but yeah.
Oh, jeez. That's what I mean. Like,
That's why they brought up you could technically switch it out with the previous victim, maybe,
Yeah.
if that's in play.
yeah. If you have access to the body of another victim, which you would.
We don't know of that. In the previous, like, in the first game, the morgue was pre-established.
That's right.
But-
we don't know where
Yeah.
where the bodies go in this one.
Exactly.
Oh, like the victims' bodies.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, right. Interesting.
That would have clearly been caught on camera.
While the camera was rolling.
Oh, I see. It wasn't just the press that stopped.
Yeah.
Huh? What do you mean?
If you stop something else at the same time you stop the hydraulic press,
You can time it.
Yes, I seen it now. That's how the bodies were switched. If you stopped that, you could have switched the bodies easily.
Mind mine again.
Mind mine again.
Camera. I'm looking for the camera. Okay. It's not over here. Okay. It's an electro bomb. I mean, I get. Okay, all right. I found it. We're okay. Okay.
Doing great.
Thank you. Doing my best. That one's a problem, but it's the way it is. All right.
Now you just need the top
And
ones.
I need these ones.
Clean, clear. Oh, there's a yellow down there that it doesn't like.
Fine. Oh, and maybe this blue?
No, I think you're okay.
This one?
No, I think you're okay. Just click on it.
Okay. I just want to be sure.
That'll cost you time.
I had lots of time. It's fine.
the
Yeah.
culprit stopped the video camera at the same time as the hydraulic press. Then, while the camera was off, they switched the body under the hydraulic press.
Oh my god. And who got crushed? Who got crushed?
After the body was swapped, the press and the camera were started simultaneously.
I'm just thinking about where we started with this trial and where we are now.
Yeah, we've come a long way.
It's been a journey.
It has.
And I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
I feel like I've run a marathon. Oh my god.
So it just looks like the press stopped for a moment.
That's what I've been saying this whole time.
Uh-huh. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, hold on. So, does this is gonna have something to do with the clothes, right? This is gonna have something to do with clothes? Because Kokichi, we think, has no clothes on, but maybe Kokichi was body wearing Kaito's clothes?
Or at least Kaito's shirt.
Or at least Kaito's shirt? And it was actually Kokichi's body getting crushed in the press.
So Kaito's alive?
So Kaito's alive?
And Kokichi's dead?
Or Kaito's still dead, but he died by poison. And then Maki's
So they
still-
both died.
And so they're both dead, like I said, at the beginning. And technically that would mean Maki still killed Kaito.
Yeah, I was about to say, if Kaito died by poison, yeah.
So then we run around in all these circles, and at the end it's like they're both dead, and then we still have to convict Maki. Wasn't that fun?
Maybe. It's possible. That's it's a possibility.
But it's like, but then who was Exisol? Who are we talking to right now? Like, who is this Kokichi Exisol?
That's a great question.
Like, unless he's gonna be like, surprise, I uploaded myself into an Exisol, and this was also Miu's invention. Just go with it. I don't know. Oh my god.
When did you ever say that?
So they stopped at the same time. The camera position did seem odd to me. But now I get it. The trick wouldn't work unless it was set up there.
Huh? Why?
To get the trick we just described to work, the camera had to be set up precisely.
Let's pin that down. Where was the camera set up?
I have to go look at a picture. Oh my god. What am I looking at here? It was set up like on this thing, like over here.
No, I think it's the yellow thing to the right next to the control panel.
Over here?
I think that thing to the left is the painting thing.
Oh, guess you're right. Yeah, I guess it has to be here.
But it would have to be to the like.
You have to press
like
on
the
it.
corner, I think.
Like
right
at
there.
the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh,
Maybe we missed it.
Did I get it wrong? You couldn't control the press.
Oh no!
Maybe it's
Maybe
gotta
just
be right
click
next
on
to
the
it.
press. Yeah, or
Yeah.
on the controls next to the press.
I can't get any closer.
Oh no, I
or
mean
anything.
like yeah, the control the control panel.
Where's the control panel?
It's that square.
That's what I was trying to click on, like this right here.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think maybe we were just off.
There.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Wow. Very precise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The video camera must have been set up somewhere around here.
Yeah.
To operate the press and the camera at the same time, you would have to be near the switch.
So is the blood drag actually like Kokichi's blood? Because it was Kokichi's body that gets dragged across? I'm just thinking. Huh.
That's why the video was taken from that unnatural angle.
Interesting.
If they were recording it like normal, they would have used a better angle.
And if it was recorded at such an odd angle, then that proves the trick was used.
Camera angles, huh? Looks like your cosplayer experience is finally useful.
Mean, rude,
Jeez.
unnecessary.
Well, cosplay doesn't really come up all that much in class trials.
There was a reason the camera was set up there, but also a reason for the height.
Like, so you can press both buttons at the same
When the
time,
press
right?
was stopped, you couldn't really see who was inside it, correct?
Right.
That was intentional. The body is mostly hidden by the press, making the swap easier.
And also, you got the swap to line up pretty one-to-one, which
Yeah,
is impressive.
well.
Yeah.
The camera must have been placed at such a high position so it would produce that angle.
I wonder if they used that tripod in the hangar to adjust the camera's height.
Did they get that from the warehouse too? Jeez, that place is like a 4D pocket.
You don't get to make that reference.
Then, that logic is correct, right? Kokichi used that video angle trick and switched the victim in the hydraulic press.
You're like, so Kaito's alive, right?
He's alive. He's alive.
He's alive?
He's alive.
He's alive? I
Oh
didn't
God.
know he's alive?
In that case, Kaito is...
Or he was crushed by the press. He was swapped with a different body. So Kaito's still alive.
Well, wait just a minute.
Should we just hold on?
Hold on. Hold
on a
up.
sec.
Hold up a minute.
What? But I just summed it up so nicely.
Himiko, the different body you mentioned, what are you talking about?
The bodies from the other cases. Kokichi's the mastermind, so he...
But
He's not the mastermind.
Wait, the mastermind?
Okay, so that's where her head was at.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, he just used one of the other
It's like
bodies.
you wouldn't have had access to those.
Yeah, Kokichi isn't the mastermind, so... I don't don't think he'd be able to produce a body to switch out.
That's right. That's what I was saying. Like, what is this?
Yeah,
what is this
and
body
in the
switching we're
first
talking
game,
about?
it was, again, the morgue was pre-established, but in this
Right.
game, not so much.
Yeah.
What?
Well, Monokuma, do the rules allow for a body to be reused?
Very well. I'll answer that.
You're giving in pretty easily.
Well, it's crucial information to make the trial fair.
All in the name of fairness.
Yeah, of course, obviously.
This discussion is pointless if it's not clear what the culprit was allowed to do, right?
You're a convenient mastermind, but I guess that makes defeating you worth my time.
Now then, regarding the reuse of a dead body. That is impossible! All the dead bodies have already been thrown away.
Okay, so no dead bodies are in play in this.
Yeah, no morgue, no dead bodies are in play.
Okay, so it had to be a Kaito Kokichi thing. Those are the only bodies we know about. Oh my god, I'm like spitting everywhere. I'm like, ah! What? Like,
Yeah, that does
that's
reduce
it.
our options.
Yeah.
Thrown away?
The other bodies are gone? Then who did Kaito switch places with?
Kokichi and Kaito were the only ones in the hangar at the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they were the only ones present during the body swapping trick, then the real victim was...
The other person in the hangar, right? Yeah. Yep.
If it wasn't an old body, it could only be...
What's wrong, Shuichi? Who did Kaito switch places with?
Maki, I think I missed something very important here.
Something important?
If I have the timeline right, there were only 2 people in the hangar at the time,
Wait a second.
which means that something had to have been decided before.
Like there was a plan. Like there was a plan.
I have to pin that down. Can't let anything escape me this time.
Oh my god! 2! There's 2! Oh my god. I'm just gonna, how were the bodies swapped if only 2 people were in the hangar? Yeah, I'm just looking at, how we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
Murder victim?
Murder victim?
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
No M. No C.
I feel like victim. I can see the letters for victim.
Something victim.
Victim. Let's try it. Well, what I said earlier, they're only showing the letters for the first word.
You're right.
So it must be
You're right.
victim.
It must be victim first.
Yeah, it's victim. We'll find it. We'll figure out the second word when we get to it.
Victim. Yeah, whenever it starts revealing the other letters.
I think I might know what the second word is.
Victim wrong or something?
No, because
Let me see some more letters.
yeah, I think I might know what the second word is.
Victim, like P? No. What are you thinking?
Helped.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because
I think it's helped.
Because if
And I've seen a bunch of H's and
because the victim
L's
helped.
and- yeah,
That's what I was saying.
helped.
Because if it was Kaito and Kokichi both doing it together,
Yep, I think it's helped.
then it's helped. Yes. Okay. All right. I'm glad we got to
Yep.
that point. You know what I
Yep,
mean?
Yep.
Like that's
And that's exactly what I think. That's what Shuichi's sudden realization was. Is like, oh, I was misunderstanding the nature of how this all happened.
right. It wasn't them versus each other.
No.
It was them doing this together. Yes. Yes. And that's what I think. Did I say that last episode? I think where I'm like,
I can't believe I overlooked this.
what if it was actually them planning it out together, so that when Maki came in and they were supposedly facing off, they were actually like starting to like kick off their plan.
And then they got poisoned.
And then they got yeah. So, and then things got all fucked
They
up.
have been together for the past couple of days without anybody's observation, so we just don't really know what's been going on with them.
Yes. And like,
also, separately, Kokichi had that line where it's like, do whatever you need to, Kaito, I won't get in your way.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. I'm glad that this is where we call that out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
What do you mean? There were only 2 people in the hangar at the time the bodies were swapped. Which means they were working together.
Huh? Working together?
And Maki was the one that actually threw a wrench in the plan, potentially.
I mean,
know?
what we're discussing right now is post the Maki situation.
That's true. Yeah.
This is all after they've already been shot and stuff.
Yeah.
So we don't know.
Okay.
The only 2 people involved in the swap were the victim and the culprit. The culprit was operating the camera and the hydraulic press, while the victim lay inside.
Uh-huh.
If they switched places while the press and the camera were stopped, then the person who turned the camera and the press back on was the original victim. To put it simply, both people operated the press and camera at different times.
Whoa.
An impossible trick, unless the victim and culprit agreed to cooperate beforehand.
Victim and culprit cooperated? Is that even possible?
It sounds bizarre, but perhaps that was the whole point. Commit a crime that was so confusing, even Monokuma would be tricked.
Yeah. Who are we who are we talking to though? Who's in the exisol? Who is this?
Well,
Jeez, this culprit's a real jerk.
And also, if there's nobody in that exisol, that only adds to the like confusion of it. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
Like, if there's nobody there, if it's fucking no culprit, no crime, does that truly put the nail in the coffin in breaking the killing game?
Well, someone was crushed.
Someone was crushed, but if Kokichi was crushed and Kaito is actually dead, and we think we've been talking to Kokichi, but we also can't confirm with Kokichi that all these plans were happening. We're talking to some, like fake AI robot version of Kokichi that doesn't have that information or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm extrapolating here, but or it just means Kaito's alive and is in the exisol and has been doing this little whip-de-doo, swapping back and forth, like tricking us bullshit. How would he be alive then? If Kokichi was supposedly poisoned and took the antidote and there wasn't any left for Kaito to have, we know he would have been dead, right?
I think that's
a big
remaining question.
Yeah, it's like, well, if this means the victim or the original intended victim, who was going to be Kaito, swapped with Kokichi got put in there, squished, and now supposedly Kaito is alive in the exisol with us. How is he alive? Like, how are you alive?
That is the question.
Yeah. Okay. Sure is.
So, have you realized who done it yet?
I don't know. No.
The culprit of this case. If my detective work hasn't failed me, the culprit is inside that exisol.
Didn't I vote Kaito earlier?
You did. You did. You did do that.
Boy.
It can only be them.
Hi.
The apparent victim we saw in the video was Kaito, which means Kokichi was operating the hydraulic press and camera at first. If the two of them switched while the press was stopped, then the culprit who started the hydraulic press again and crushed Kokichi must be Kaito.
This is wild shit. This is wild as fuck. Like, oh my god.
They really went there with this trial.
They really did.
They really went for it.
Oh my god, it only took me fucking 5 class trials to finally get to Kaito.
Hey, congratulations.
I did it!
You killed a man. I'm so happy for you.
Oh my god, I knew all along. Oh my god. But
that does suggest that Kokichi's gone.
That Kokichi is gone. He's been squished.
He's gone.
He's gone. Like, but like, oh my, then who are we talking to? Unless it's just Kaito.
I mean, it has spoken as Kaito before.
Yeah, it sounded really weird.
It sounds weird as Kokichi, too.
It sounds weird as Kokichi as well. And again, how is Kaito alive? He got poisoned.
It's a good question. These are all good questions.
Like, we're gonna have to find out next time, aren't we?
Yeah, I think we are. It's okay. We'll do a comic book.
We'll do a comic book. We'll undress an Exisol. There's gonna be a shirtless Kaito in there. Maybe. It might be empty. Wouldn't that be fucked up? if we're breaking it down and it just boom, it falls apart and there's just nobody there. Oh my god!
Messy.
This is so messy, but it's so good.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And hopefully we can learn a little bit more before the end.
I really hope we do. I really hope we do. I mean, yeah. Yeah, because it seems like, yes, that Kaito and Kokichi cooperated. Like, at what point did they choose to cooperate? I don't know. But clearly, like you said, after they got shot, after Maki came in and did her stuff, they're like, all right, like,
yeah,
maybe
all we can account for is that time.
Yes.
Which is to say they clearly worked together during that time.
Yes, and it's quite possible that they were already planning something, but then they had to fast track it after Maki
After they're like, oh god.
Yeah.
Okay,
like,
all right.
Oh shit. Yeah. Kaito kept saying, he's like, don't worry about it. I'm gonna fix this. I got you. Kokichi also kept saying, I'm going to end the killing game. I'm gonna win this. I'm gonna do it. And like, if they both align on that, then it's like, yeah, then that makes sense. So oh my god. All right. Okay. Next time we're gonna figure out exactly why it must be Kaito that
Sounds
did
like
it.
a plan. See you then, folks.
Bye!